Yo, 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 what is up? It's been about 2 seconds, guys. I am grabbing a beer for this. Okay, I think we are ready. I was going to do something, but I've forgotten what I was going to do. Okay, so this is some tournament. I actually don't know which one it is. I think it's best of 7. Ah, yeah, it's the $300 tournament by Lucifer Arise. So the score is currently 1-0 to Taz. I don't know who Firefly is, to be honest. I think Taz is the stronger player. But yeah, we've got USA versus GLA on Tournament Desert. They will have just done USA against GLA on the same map with reversed armies. This is a reverse matchup. I'm just going to catch my breath for 1 sec. Just shows how unfit I am running around the house and I'm out of breath. Yo, Speaker, yo, Mesa, yo, HSN, yo, Benjamin. Power was a little bit delayed there from Firefly. I think he tried to move the dozer off just before it was complete. So for anyone that doesn't know, Curious is a guy called Taz Many. He was the same guy that I played in 2016 in the World Series Grand Final. So he's going 2 supplies. Pretty standard. I'm expecting plenty of aggression. He's doing 2 workers to the front. The question is that worker going to be building a tunnel here, or is it going to be going over here? I imagine it's going to be going over here. He's got $600. War Factory Barracks been placed down by Firefly. Bit of a weird placement. Dozer is going over here to try and crush some workers, but there is no worker there right now. 2 terrorists from Taz. Yeah, I don't know who Firefly is at all, to the guy asking. Terrorist is going to go next to the dozer and then turn away. A bit random. I can hear something being attacked. That's the terrorist is going down to the V. Yeah, Taz Many, like someone said, I don't think he's a super top player, but he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Like probably you could say a top of the tier 2 players, or well, he's probably top 10 active players right now. Whereas Firefly, I don't know who he is at the moment. But yeah, Firefly is going to have to be on his A game if he's going to be beating Taz. Taz, actually, some nice worker crushes, not worker crushes, nice RPG crushes there from that dozer. Not too bad at all. Killed a load of RPGs, and that's probably going to save him a V going down later, or probably save him some damage. A little bit disappointed about Taz's slowness in the center. With the kind of RPGs going inside of the buildings. A V is going to be picked off there. This is not very good for Firefly, and he hasn't even killed even 1 tech, so that's massive loss there. The V should not have been there, and in fact he had plenty of time to go inside of both of these buildings here. But ambulance is now out, so the V's aren't going to self-heal, or be healed by the ambulance rather. Tunnel going down on the left. That worker has been sitting there for quite a while. He's got 2,100, so Taz not living up to his normal self and being a speedy on the ball player. Yo, Jesus Riviera. I don't think this is an unbalanced matchup. Oh, I think you're talking about the players, Messer. Yeah, I don't think it. I think GLA USA is pretty balanced. I think the GLA has to work harder in the early game, but then becomes stronger later, whereas USA is really strong mid-game and requires less actions per minute, if you ask me. Nice terror tech there from Taz, but the Vs are going to push down this right side, and I'm not convinced they are absolutely full though. And if they start attacking this one, actually they are pretty full actually, so as long as he doesn't die back at home, this actually might be a win for him, just based on taking down this supply, because Taz is now going to be on one supply, and having just one supply as GLA is never going to be a good thing. We've got a technical coming in now to engage the Vs with the ambulance. One V did go down there. It looks a little bit laggy the way I just saw them like kind of jitter around there. Yo, Liam, by the way, thank you very much for your comments. Lost Hero says, well, this tournament was supposed to be high-level skill players. Yeah, I don't know who Firefly is, though. That's the thing. 1v is going to go extremely low and be pushed back, but the one technical is going to go down. But he kind of wants to stop this supply, and I don't blame him for wanting to try and stop that. But I wish I could see. Whoa, look at this amount of Vs now. Oh, he's actually dozeless. And the Vs are going to charge straight down the center. I'm not sure that's the greatest idea, because there is something inside of here. 2 RPGs, but he probably is going to clear out that middle building. And it's looking super strong for Firefly at the moment. I'd like to see the tow missile upgrade. Taz has re-established the second supply here, and I think he has got quite a few technicals out. These Vs here will kind of want to group up now, because if they just group up and engage this lot, then he's going to be on for a win. The technical's going to be caught out of position. Actually, probably at least one technical going down. RPGs have popped out, going to try and cause some damage to the Vs. 1V is going to go down, but I think Taz is just losing too much, and then his war factory is just going to get closed down. Not all of these Vs are full though, but Taz has lost a hell of a lot there just for 1V and a couple of missile defenders. Technical now coming in, that's completely empty. If these get a tow missile upgrade though, then it'll be a lot stronger, but Firefly closes it out. Actually, I'm a little bit surprised on that. Based on the kind of build order that he did, no boxing in dozers or anything like that, the war factory and barracks were pretty far apart. Then, yeah, it didn't look that strong from Firefly. So that's 1-1. I did miss the first game, do apologise for that. I was actually playing Ruse in some actually super hard games. I wanted to win a quick 4-0, but it went right down to the last game. It was very hard. I was down 3-1 at one point. It's probably what I get for not being very active. I've probably played like 10 games in the last 30 days myself. Yeah, I'm happy Firefly won as well, because did Firefly have 2 L's in his name before? Don't know. Yeah, I don't want it to be just a 4-0 clean sweep. I like games that go down to the wire and we're a little bit more close. Otherwise, you kind of know the result from when as soon as you start. So in this tournament, it's best of 7 for this round, I think. And then you have to choose from those matchups that I just wrote there. Yo, Fessal or Fiesel? When will I upload my games of Ruse? I actually didn't record the gameplay, but might review them after this. In the next couple of days, it'll be. Looks like they want to play air mirror. Usually I'd like to save the air mirror till last, but they want to play it now. Fast Air says one side is closer to the middle than the other. Yeah, maybe it looks like the top is slightly closer if that's the map you're on about. Oh, if you're on about Flash Fire, then yeah, one of them is closer. Cheers, Faisal, for your comment. You know the truth. Tox Laser, is that one of the matchups? I don't know. It's, you can only do some agreed matchups that have already been set by the host. Looks like Firefly needs 1 minute. Yeah, that's my career. When I retire from Zero Hour, I'm going to become a newscaster. To be honest, I did buy a new mic, which really helps your voice. It's like $500 worth of mic. And then another $500 worth of processing stuff to process the voice. Now I'm not in Mexico anymore. Yeah, it's best of 7. For anyone that just tuned in, it's a quick tournament that hosted by Lucifer Arise. There is a $300 prize pot. I don't know if that goes all to the winner or if that's split between the top 3. I think it might be split between the top 3. It's 1-1 currently, first to win 4 games. There is only a certain amount of matchups that you can play. They're playing Air Mirror right now, but the rest of them are random reverse, like Tank Laser, Stealth Tox kind of matchups like that. It looks like a little bit of a lag there. Actually, quite a bit of a lag. Firefly placing down a power, and Curious placing down a power. Kind of what you would expect from an air mirror. On this map, it's a little bit weird because you don't really have 2 supplies. You've only got this safe one here. The other one is in the center. So, in terms of this matchup, what would I do? I think I would. You could do a supply there and a supply there, and just long distance collect from there. You can even place your airfield there once the supply is down. Firefly looks like he's going to do something similar to that. Really, really laggy it's looking like. Curious going for a barracks build instead. So yeah, different build order from both players. I'm not sure. I think... look at the distance between that. That's way too far. And then the airfield way back here. That is absolutely horrific. I don't mind doing the supply like there, and then the airfield here. But this is just bad. You're leaving the Chinooks wide open to be hit by the King Raptors of the enemy, which is probably what's going to happen. But I do prefer Firefly's build order, but I'm just not the distance between that and that. So barracks is going to be placed down by Taz, aka Curious, in the center. That's probably going to force him off the supply in a second. When enough missile defenders get out, I think you need 3 to start causing some damage to the Chinooks. So Ranger is going to be produced, followed by a missile defender. We do have a missile defender drop coming from Curious over here. And that's basically going to put Firefly on no supplies because the laser locks from both sides, and so that means he's only collecting right now with 1 Chinook. Raptor has been produced. Actually, this is pretty nice. I would not expect that from Firefly. Comanche used with the Chinooks. Very, very nice. Raptor is coming in now, and is the Raptor going to take out the Comanche, or is it going to take out the Chinooks? Looking like it's going to take out the Comanche, but I would prefer Firefly's position. But he hasn't defended this. He hasn't moved his Raptor. He's selling his command center. Chinook. Sorry, the Raptor is probably going to go down, I imagine. And the Raptor's just got out of range in time. Firefly now sold his command center. You never want to do that in an air mirror. Comanche is still flying around, but the Raptor is not being used at the same time. The Comanche has been taken out. I think that got taken out by the Raptor, actually. Well, not 100%, but either way, so much has gone down for Firefly now. This is absolutely really, really bad from Firefly, considering how kind of good the last one was. This is a little bit of a disappointment from Firefly. Everything is being picked off from him. Raptor is kind of just circling in Taz Many's base. Chinook is being brought back by Firefly with a Comanche, but one Chinook is not enough. He should have brought the Raptor before. But another Chinook is going to go down, and another Comanche is going to go down. Everything's going down for Firefly. But Taz is left only on 1600, but he can just build some more Chinooks. But it's even looking like Firefly's airfield is going to go down with the Raptor on it as well, so it's not looking that great. 3 missile defenders probably enough. If you laser lock and they all fire at the same time, you can probably break through and do a bit of damage to the Raptor. But the Raptor is going to probably... It's not going to have a home to land on unless it kills both of these now. His base is being captured. The missile defenders, one has gone down, but his base is being captured. Dozer has been laser locked. Another 2 Raptors coming in, and the airfield has gone down. The Raptor has gone down. Firefly's getting absolutely obliterated. I kind of liked his build order, but maybe if he'd have done like 2 supplies barracks airfield, or I don't know.
You have been defeated.
Just not that great from Firefly just then. One thing you could have done, yeah, is combat Chinook. Actually, as I was thinking that, Jeremy B has just wrote it. Lost hero is Jeremy B. Yeah, you can do a combat Chinook. If you're really quick, close down the enemy airfield, you can kill the Raptor and then you've won the game. Sometimes. I remember when I first started playing Zero Hour, I think it was when I first started. This guy, Agent Akira, used to be really tough for me. Actually, I say really tough, he used to beat me every single time. If I played 2v2v2 or 3v3. But of course, way back then I was a complete beginner. He probably doesn't remember, I was probably under a different name, but... what's the link? Why did I type that wrong? So maybe you'll see Agent Akira in the chat in a sec. Nah, man, I wasn't born an expert. Actually, I used to be very, very bad. My map used to be Twilight Flame. My army used to be China Infantry on a quick match, and I used to just make a helix every time and try and win with the helix across the map, and 99% of the time it would work. Occasionally you would come across a really hard player and then I would lose. Right, I need to update the score. Yo, Johnny Bravo, nice name. I wonder if Akira is here yet. Yeah, man, I miss quick match. Okay, so these guys are still deciding the armies between them. So there's, if you just tuned in, it's a best of 7. It's the first round of a tournament. It's a $300 prize pot. It's currently 2-1. So far they have done a USA GLA random and sorry, not random, reverse. USA GLA and then reverse. Then they did Air Mirror. Taz won convincingly. I missed the first game. And now they're going to do Tox and Stealth. I don't know what's going on, man. Madaris is like two kids fighting over candy. To be honest, I don't want to say anything bad about Firefly, but based on what I just saw, I don't think it matters too much. I think Taz Many, aka Curious, is just a little bit too strong for Firefly, but this is all experience. Even if he loses, it's an experience of a tournament, so wants to have a fighting chance. So let's see. Brown map. Maybe this one. That. Don't think it's brown, but it's got 1 oil and 2 in the corners. Desolate Destruction? Desolate District? Delicit blow. Apparently I'm supposed to know from that. Desolated District. Actually, I never realized the D on the end of it. Desolated District. Yo, Aero Sathish, thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. 20, is that dollars or rubles? Not even sure what currency that is. But thanks very much. Whichever currency is much appreciated. Okay, so we are on Desolated District. I don't think it should have a D on that. Desolated. I think it should just be Desolate District. I don't think you can have a D on the end of it. So I don't know who created that map. I think it was Relax. That supply is really, really random. So we've got Stealth versus Tox on Desolated District. It's really annoying me now. It's got that D on the end of it. We've got Stealth in the blue, Firefly in the top right, and in the bottom left we've got Curious with the Gilet Tox in the yellow. This supply has been placed pretty, what's the word? Perpendicular? No, probably not the word. Diagonal to the supply. Not sure that's going to be the most efficient of collection. Someone says that currency, whatever it was, equates to 12p. To be honest, dude, even if it does, I really don't mind. It's much appreciated. But yeah, I don't know the currency. Did anyone write what the currency is? Because I honestly don't know what it is. Aero, what was that currency, dude? Tell me. Please enlighten me. So yeah, Curious has got the stronger army. He is going for 3 supplies, which is a little bit risky. I would prefer to do 2 supplies. Firefly is really slow at getting that worker to collect and also building another 3 workers there. Minimum, no tunnels in his base. No tunnels at all. Actually, we've got 1 here. But if he just builds a tunnel in his base and puts some tentacles in there and harasses the workers, then Curious is going to be really, really in trouble. Not many tunnels out from both players, actually. Really random in a GLA mirror. Worker has built a tunnel in the center for Taz, and this worker here could actually just start building a tunnel there, and that's going to really harass Curious. Firefly actually going for some terrorists. He needs 5 for GLA Stealth if he's going to kill an arms dealer or a supply. Let's see what he's able to do. But the longer the game goes on now, the more money Taz is going to get. He's already on 3 supplies, so Firefly needs to do some damage to these workers right away. Where's that tentacle gone? Tentacle has gone inside of this tunnel, and he's going to come out of this one. He's now going to go straight to the base of Taz, but this tentacle here is probably going to be able to get in the supply line, because I'm not sure that's boxed off 100%. Maybe it is, I'm not 100%. Let's see. Tentacle does go down, and this tentacle is going to get in the base for of Taz, and the tentacle is going to go all the way through and actually hit the war factory. Really, really well done there by Firefly, but now he needs to kill some workers. Now is his chance to cause some economic damage, because otherwise Taz is going to be able to rebuild that, and it's not going to cost him really that much, because he's actually got 2,700 already. To have 2,000, 3,000 cash at that point, it's kind of rare for a GLA, because he's done that 3 supplies from the very beginning. This is going to have a bit of a hard time pushing into this, because there are some technicals, but also these tunnels are pretty good at holding their own. But Firefly is going to need to kill Taz soon, I feel, if he's going to be winning this tournament. Okay, Arrow. Oh, Indian rupees. Thank you, dude. It's much appreciated. Whether it's 20 euros, $20, 20 Indian rupees, doesn't matter to me. Tunnel is going to be built at the back of Firefly's base, but these tunnels are going to be really hard to push into. I think he should attack from kind of this side. Don't think he realizes that Taz is actually on 2 supplies or not. Oh, sorry, 3 supplies. Firefly is going to spot this a little bit too late, and he's going to lose a hell of a lot of workers for that. 2 workers going to go down pretty instantly, I would imagine. You see what I mean about this tunnel? It's just going to be really hard to take down. He's going to lose a lot of quads, I think. One quad gone down, 2 quads gone down. The tunnel has gone down actually, and he should be able to clear this up now, but a 3rd quad has gone down. But this favors Taz though, because he's got 3 supplies versus his enemy has just 2. So a trade-off like that, losing 3 quads for the stealth player, is definitely more beneficial for Taz. Would like to see them quads scrapped up. In the meantime though, Firefly has got a technical in the base of Curious, going to pick off a load of workers. The score is at the top of the screen. It's 2-1 to Taz Many, aka Curious. 5 workers going to get picked off. The tunnels are going to get cleared up in the base of Firefly. Neither player is interested in the oils right now. But Taz Many is still on 3 supplies and also has 2 arms dealers now, so he's going to be producing his scorps quite a lot. He's got a bit of a push coming from Taz now. Going to pick off one of the RPGs for Firefly. And actually, Firefly has actually found a decent angle to attack from, because this 3rd supply now is wide open. But there are quite a few scorps on the map now, and it might just trade off 1 supply for 1 supply here. Stealth player Firefly does have quite a few quads on the map, because he is producing from 2 arms dealers as well, but he's going to lose a 2nd supply now, and this is going to be really, really bad for him. Because each player has picked off a supply, but Taz still has 2, whereas Firefly only has 1, so this is not good for Firefly. He doesn't really want to be losing that. Saying that though, he is trying to defend it with a few with a few quads and RPGs. I don't think it's enough. He is going to lose all of these. And these scorps do have the rocket upgrade now as well, so as soon as they like replenish the rocket, this is just going to go down even easier. Clears up the RPGs really, really nicely. This is why Tox is stronger than Stealth in like the early to mid game. Because the scorps just kind of kill everything. They kill the infantry, which is the RPGs, and they kill the quads really, really easy, and they're cheap. An attack now from Firefly, but I think just from the few quads that are going to spawn from their war factory any minute now, they're probably going to be able to defend that. Saying that though, Taz is not building any scorps right now, and he is going to attack right into the tunnel. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do, but I mean, let's see. I think combined with the tunnel, these scorps are going to be able to take him out. I would have personally attacked from that angle and killed these buildings that were nice and open. But actually, it's looking like he's going to get through, and actually he's not in a bad position now. The war factory for Taz is now wide open. For Firefly now, just try and pick off these buildings, because as soon as these scorps come out, it's going to cause massive problems. Pick off the buildings. Taz is targeting the weak unit there, and the quad has been picked off. I'd like to see the workers rebuilt there, which they are, and the quad's now going back. Quite a few RPGs outside of Taz's base, and actually they're both on 2 supplies now, but these scorps are coming in and actually picking off the RPGs, and now these quads should be cleared up fairly easily. We still have that stealth tunnel over there. We don't have any rebels on the map though to capture the oils. I'd love to see that from either player. I think actually you can see Taz actually sent a rebel over there now with a capture upgrade, and he's getting that one. As soon as those 2 oils are captured, there's no way Firefly can win in my opinion. Taz is too strong a player with the stronger army, and then he'll have the 2 oils. I don't think Firefly is going to be able to win with quads in that situation. But let's see. Just shows that even versus the Toxin Scorps, the quads actually in numbers actually do quite a bit of damage to the Scorps. But I feel like Firefly behind this. Oh, he's only 3rd supply, but the oil is being captured from Taz now, or both of the Both of the oils in the corner are now Taz's, so he should be on plenty of cash now. And just continue to pump out Scorps. I can't really see any way he's going to be losing. So Taz's army is going to be repelled for a second at least. You got to remember, after this one, then Firefly will get the toxin, and Taz will have to take stealth. So, based on what I'm seeing so far, I think Firefly might be able to win the reverse of this. So maybe losing this matchup won't be so bad. But he is 2-1 down because of that air mirror. Plenty of quads popped out now for Firefly. But these Scorps, as soon as they get their miss out back, it's going to be so hard. They're targeting the more powerful quad, which you could say is the right thing to do. Bit of a trade-off on both sides. And actually, Firefly's actually picking off a fair few units. Picked off that Vet 2 or 3 quad just in time. But a tunnel has been established at Firefly's third supply. Taz is now on 3 oils. Just checking if he's getting the palace or not. And pretty much all the tunnels have been cleared out now for Firefly. He's got 1 tunnel left, which is just there. This tunnel hasn't been completely finished off by Taz, but it will only take a second. Just even 1 unit can finish that off nice and easy. Firefly's still collecting despite a tunnel right outside of it. And 1 Scorp is going to be left to finish that off. Taz is almost on 4-5k. Firefly is getting pushed back left, right and center. Palace is nowhere near complete. Enemy is on 4 supplies now. Actually, sorry, 3 supplies because this one isn't rebuilt yet. That tunnel needs cancelling, but I think no matter what Firefly does here, I don't think he's going to be able to win it. So now Firefly's base is under attack. Armsteader is going to take a hell of a lot of damage, less than half HP. All the terrorists going down. I think he was preparing a terror attack. Technical going down. Last few quads are going to be popped out, but against these Scorps, it's going to get torn through. They're just going to go down so quick. GG from Firefly, GG from Taz, and that is 3-1. Remember, it's first to 4, so Taz now only 1 away from a win. Okay, so I need to update the score. We're going back on Desolated District. I don't think Desolated District is proper English. I don't think that makes sense. I think it has to be Desolate District. That D there does not need to be there, I think. Yo, taxi driver, what's up, dude? Did I update the score? Okay, the score is now updated. Am I playing Rage or Size? I haven't been online a lot, to be honest. I played, like I said before, like probably 10 games in the last month. I haven't been online a lot, so I haven't even played anyone really, never mind Rage or Size. But if I see them on, then yeah, I will be playing them at some point. I'm in a tournament at the moment. I'm actually in this tournament that these guys are playing now. I just played Ruse before, and Size is in that tournament. So if I get past my guys, then I will end up playing Size regardless anyway, so... Okay, so we are back on Desolated District. We have Firefly versus Taz. It is 3-1 to Taz, so if Taz wins this one, then he's going to be going through to the next round. This is the first round. I think it's the best of 16. Sorry, the round of 16. It's best of 7, first to win 4 games. Toxin for Firefly in the top right in the blue colour, and then in the bottom left we've got Curious with the Stealth General. He's boxing his workers in with the barracks, and in the top right we've got quicker barracks from Firefly, so you'll see that one should be more complete because he has ability closer to the command center. Last game we didn't see many tunnels from either player, so let's see if we do see many tunnels this time. Yo, Constantine. Los Heroes' Size is not in the tournament. I actually thought he was. I thought I saw him say I'm in. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought he was. What the hell is going on here? Don't usually see that. He's queued up all the workers from the command center to the third supply. He's doing exactly the same that Taz did to him. Only his warp factory's in a little bit of a weird spot. He's been preparing a terror attack as well. Got to be careful with the Toxin General especially, because, or only actually, because the Toxin terrorists leave a Toxin trail behind. And if you detonate them all in the same place, then the Toxin terrorists will die before you actually detonate the whole of the arms dealer. So you have to spread them out, spread out your terrorists when you're going to attack the arms dealer. And you only need 4 to kill the arms dealer. We've got a worker right next to the third supply, and he's going to be building a tunnel, and Firefly needs to spot that and stop that very quick. It's all about map awareness. Really needs to be stopping that tunnel. Terrasek is going to be loaded up, tunnel going to be placed down there and in the base. I think he has spotted it actually. And a worker's going to be placing down a tunnel of his own, but all of his workers are going to be under attack. 3 of them have already gone down. Stealth supply for Taz. Another technical going all the way through is going to get to the main supply for Firefly. This tunnel needs to be cancelled, otherwise the technical can just hit that and that'll cost him. It'll cost him 800 if he loses that. In the meantime, we've got this technical going through. It's going to go down, and the terrorists are all going to go down. I think Firefly is lost. I don't think he can win now based on... Actually, Taz is also going for the oil. That was a massive loss, though. $500 for the technical. And then 1,000 for all the terrorists inside. That's 1,500 loss straight away. Mind you, Firefly was alright in the last game. Let's see if he can bring this back. But the enemy, Taz, is already on an oil in the middle, which kind of helps Stealth win against Tox. More workers going down for Firefly. I think Firefly is just a little bit overwhelmed at the moment. Tentacles everywhere, picking off all of his workers. That tunnel hasn't been completed. Technical has been placed over here by the oil. But Taz is going to build a tunnel there, and that technical is going to be going down pretty quick. RPG's going down in the center. Tunnel going down by Taz is unsafe. And the workers are going to be run over, actually, despite it being stealthed. Of course, you can still run over him. Stealth doesn't make him like immortal or anything, and just makes them invisible. Taz is already going for a palace, though. He's got 4 workers in his main base. Only 1 worker left in there now because majority of them have been run over. Taz is also getting the repair building as well. And 2 quads are attacking the barracks for Firefly in the middle of his base. With that repair function now, it's going to make Taz's army a lot harder to kill. Taz actually getting his second oil in the bottom right. That technical has moved out now. Firefly still on just one arms dealer. Not upgrading to a second just yet. Second arms dealer is being placed down as I say that. But I feel like he needs to amass a load of scorps and then just kind of push through the center. He needs to kill these buildings. He needs to kill the oil. Even if you just get one scorp and kind of put it on guard mode here in the corner, it'll just slowly kill it and you can just forget about it. Tunnels being placed down for Firefly in the middle of the map, right in the middle of Taz's base. But Palace is now 80% complete. And I feel like Firefly needs to get a load of damage off now before the Palace and buggies can jam and get out. So Scorps are going to push forward for Firefly and actually cause a little bit of damage to these Scorps. Sorry, the quads for Taz Many.
Scorpion, ready to sting.
Constantine says, am I going to revote on the Brexit? To be honest, I don't think there will be a revote. And to be honest, I think there's been so much damage done to like our currency and all that kind of stuff now that we might as well just get it over with. So if there's a revote, I will still vote out. So technical, sorry not technical, the worker is going to be chased away by the Scorps. The worker actually is going to escape really, really slowly. Taz now has all the oils and the quads are ready for this terror attack. No, it's not even a terror attack. Firefly now on a fourth supply. It's captured Taz's third, so Firefly's going to have plenty of cash now, and if he attacks at kind of the right angle here, he might be able to actually close down the war factory, and then it might not actually be such a bad situation. But Taz does have a hell of a lot of economy because he's got the 3 oils plus the 2 supplies. But Taz's main base now is under attack, and I don't think Taz realizes, or realized until probably about now, that his main base is under attack. So the buggies are going to cause some damage to these Scorps very, very slowly, but I think these RPGs can just kind of defend it. Taz's buggies out of position a little tiny bit, and the war factory for Taz is now going to go down. Taz is pushing forward with his quad zone, and probably going to be able to pick off the third supply for Firefly. It only needs a few Scorps to defend against this, and the Firefly actually is paying attention and going to be able to stop it. It needs to start repairing that very, very quick, otherwise that is going to go down. These Scorps and the repair is a little bit slow. But the Palace is taking some damage as well, which I'm actually a little bit surprised about. I think these Scorps just kind of need to go here and just kill these buildings that they can for free. Taz actually building a tunnel next to the 4th supply, and the 3rd supply has been taken out. To be honest, I've never heard of Firefly before, so Burks, I don't know really much about Firefly. To me, he looks like kind of a tier 3 player. I don't think I class like tier 2 as like Boyka, Taz Many, them kind of players, and I don't think Firefly is on their kind of level. Tier 1 being like Rage Size, Google, Crazy, all them kind of players. Palace has actually gone down, so Firefly is definitely still in this. The 4th supply is taking a little bit of damage though, which actually is now his 3rd. 3rd arms dealer going up for Firefly, which actually I'm not sure I fully agree with that. I'd rather see a command center placed down from him instead, and this 3rd supply rebuilt. But Taz's main base is taking a hell of a lot of damage. 2 more arms dealers going up for Taz Many. I'm not sure how I feel about 2 arms dealers, but he does still have 3 oils. That's what I mean about the oils. If you just put 1 Scorp over here on guard mode, that oil would be dead now. You don't need a terror attack, you don't need anything, you just need 1 Scorp in the bottom right on guard mode. Let's see if he will do that. Reinforcement pad has been captured for Curious. Scorps are here to save the day on this 4th supply, which is now actually, yeah, it still is the 4th supply because that one is being rebuilt. Taz is trying to defend this, but against the Scorps, not having much luck. Charmin is going to snipe off one of the tanks. Yeah, I don't think the palace was fully garrisoned, actually. Crazy has been away for a while, but I believe he is back because he posted on the forums recently saying I'm back, so let's see if we see him playing again. 2 arms dealers now rebuilt for Taz, but he has no palace, but he still has the 3 oils and the repair feature. Firefly has built a supply at Taz's main without any tunnels. That's a big error, really. You always want to be building tunnels first and then a supply later. Never in that order that he's done there. But he is keeping the pressure up against the decent player, so which is Taz. So you can't say he's doing badly at all. He's actually doing pretty well. 5 Scorps coming across the map as well, and actually you might be able to pick off the palace. He's keeping up the pressure for sure. A hijacker is in the mix now as well. With this tunnel finishing up and with these few quads, it might be enough to hold on. He has captured the strongest of the Scorps. He's got 2 missiles and a Vet 2. And the Scorps are going to be pushed back, but this needs to be sold now and he needs to establish a tunnel if he's going to rebuild anything there. But the Scorps have gone straight down the center to the arms dealers of Taz, and Taz is actually under a lot of pressure here. He's going to lose a lot of quads here. I'd like to see the palace stopped. That's a massive important thing. And I would also like to see these oils get killed, because it's alright killing all these stuff and winning all these engagements. When your enemy has 3 oils, does it really make any difference? 1 oil has gone down actually. When your enemy's got 2 oils rather, he's just getting free money. He's getting 2k every minute, so more and more Scorps pouring through into Taz's base, and another tunnel is going to be cleared out. This worker here for Firefly is still alive, so he could establish another supply there. I'm not sure all these workers are collecting. I think they all are bar 1. It's collecting loads of workers there, so actually it's not looking so bad. But you got to remember that Taz is on oils though. That supply has been rebuilt, so he's still on 4 supplies. Still economically ahead, I would say, because the 4 supplies are already better than 2 and 2 oils, I would say. Loads of Scorps going down, but also loads of Taz's units going down as well. Another line of Scorps are just going to come in. I'm not sure about this line formation. I kind of would group them up in a big blob or like a concave around this and then attack. Keep sending them like 5 in a row. Another supply being rebuilt here, but that I don't know if you can see that. I think you can see it. A tunnel being built right in the supply line there for Firefly. And we've got 2 quads ready now from the reinforcement pad. The tunnel is going to be stopped, but the work is behind. They might be able to finish it off. Taz is desperately trying to defend. Palace is now back up and the buggy's now out. And this is a game changer, because these buggies can slowly pick off these Scorps from range. But if the buggies step out of line, the Scorps can get in range and actually pick them off. 2 units going down there for Taz. This is not going to be a supply lasting forever. There's only about 8 or 9k left there. 1 quad has been put kind of near the supply line there for Firefly. And it's going to pick off some workers now as I say that. Scorps are going to immediately react. There's still plenty of Scorps, but now these, has he got workers' shoes? I don't know if he's got workers' shoes. Don't think he's got workers' shoes. I don't think he realizes about the stealth supply unless he saw them few workers go down there, which he has now. Oh, and he's got the rebel ambush. Very, very nice. I completely forgot about that for a second, but picked off quite a few units there, and mainly the buggies. The buggies are what he wants to be picking off. So rebel ambush, very, very nice. But it's these oils that are keeping him back in the game. This bottom right one has been wide open for ages, and also that top left one. Fourth supply is under attack from one quad. 4 buggies now out. Tunnel being built in the base of Firefly right by his command center. Needs to stop that ASAP. Not sure if you've seen it. This game has slowed down a bit, and this is exactly what you don't want to do against stealth, because the buggies now will be able to have free reign over the tunnels and over the Scorps to be able to pick them off. So the tunnel is now established in Firefly's base. 2 technicals moving out for Firefly, and I'm not sure exactly where they're going. I'm not sure what they've got inside of them, RPGs or terrorists. I'm not 100%. A huge terror tech on the palace. Never seen that before. It actually worked as well. Firefly says that there is a delay. Don't think it's me. But Firefly actually isn't doing so bad. It's mainly these buggies. They're the things that he needs to stop. The rebel ambush should be ready in like, what, 2 or 3 minutes? I can't remember what the countdown is for it. Is it 4 minutes? Not 100%. Quad here. It's going to cause some more worker damage, but this reinforcement pad needs to be taken out. The oil needs to be taken out. It's been wide open all game, and Firefly is not interested in killing it. Another tunnel has been established from Taz in the base of Firefly. But these buggies now are slowly but surely clearing up the remains of Firefly's base inside of Taz's base. Palace is going to be picked off. That's a big loss. That's 2,500 there. If you pick that off real fast before Taz has time to cancel it. But he's just not paying attention. I think he is attacking with loads and loads of Scorps, so this is a massive tank battle right here. And the buggies are actually going to get closed down. Now they're going to get trapped in the corner of the map. Are they going to be able to get inside of that tunnel quick enough? Or are the Scorps going to be able to close them down? But there's loads and loads of Scorps out now. More and more coming across the map as well. So a massive Scorp onslaught now from Firefly. Just completely had enough. 2 of those buggies that went down, they're not going to be able to be rebuilt right away because the Palace went down to that huge terror tech. So the buggies are on limited numbers for a second, and you've got to remember the rebel ambush is going to be ready eventually. I don't know. Can't remember. Does someone know how many minutes it is? Is it 4 minutes? I can't remember exactly. But that building needs killing. Now, I don't know why Firefly is not killing these tech buildings. Barracks is being picked off from Fireflies. But Firefly is still not killing this repair feature. I don't know why he's not doing that, because these units are healing for free. Tox bomb has been set off on his own units. Actually killed one of his own tanks, but nothing of the enemy, I don't think. Yeah, as someone said in the chat, demo traps would not be a bad idea against those Scorps. But these buggies still raining down rockets on top of these Scorps. The Scorps are going to be picked off. There's only 3 left now in the base of Taz. Another massive group here, but he's still not picking off this main building. I don't know what's going on. Someone is Vet 5. or general promotions level 5. Some buggies have been caught out of position here. 2 of the buggies, three of the buggies going down and 2 extremely low. Another 2 buggies may be going down. That's actually a game-changing moment because about 5 buggies went down there. And they are expensive and he doesn't have actually many left. But he still has these 2 oils that he's had for like 20 minutes. Technical now tucked in the top left. You should see this is wide open. If he just sent like 3 scorps here, he could have taken that out. Another tunnel being built. It's just more kind of annoying in Firefly's base. But it is best of 7, first to win 4. So if Firefly doesn't win this, he is out. Taz reckons he can't move. Not sure what he means he can't move. I think it's the lag. It must be someone's computer because as soon as you move out a load of units, it lags people's computer. But as you can see, mine is running 100% smoothly despite me streaming and everything. My computer is more than capable of handling this, but it's one of their computers is seriously struggling when a load of units are moving out. The palace is going to be loaded with 2 RPGs inside of there. With the buggies help, this is going to do a hell of a lot of damage to these scorps. But I think the rebel ambush is going to that's going to be winning in the game. Palace has now gone down, and I'm pretty sure there's no buggies left on the field now, and these scorps should just be able to attack, move, and clear out everything that Taz has. It's just the only thing keeping Taz in the game, as I keep saying, is these oils, but it just annoys me that Firefly is not interested in killing them. We did have some buggies already queued up, so 2 more buggies are on the map, but why is Firefly going back now? He's just a little bit hesitant. He needs to just push in and just kill all of this base. The more he kind of hangs around at this kind of range, it's just worse and worse for him because he's allowing the time for the buggies. He can just force fire the ground here with a toxin and just clear that up pretty instantly. But that toxin bomb did kill one of Taz's own quads. Palace is being re-established down here, already on 70%. Another quad is going to be picked off. It's going to, just picked off, I think, before it went inside of the tunnel. But these arms dealers now are going to go down. He does have the bounty now, so they've got $125 from killing that. Another arms dealer is going to go down. We've got an attack here in Firefly's base. One of the arms dealers going down, only leaving him on 1, and he's almost mined out now, so no palace or anything from Firefly the whole game. You can just force fire the ground here. This is a little bit of lack of experience. Force fire the ground, and that clears up the toxin. Then he can kind of clear all this up. As soon as he waits for the palace, it's going to make it more and more difficult for him. A little bit frustrating. We did see a terror tech there, actually. That must have been what was inside of that technical. But this oil down the bottom right, I'd like to see that killed as well. These scorps are taking a hell of a lot of damage. Some of them might actually go down. They're very, very low. But even these quads are going to be able to pick some off now. I definitely would have gone inside of the tunnel and repaired rather than engage now, because these scorps are going to take a hell of a lot. Just a tiny bit of damage and they're just going to go down so easy. Buggy's going to take out one of the scorps, but the scorp was extremely low anyway. 2,600 for Firefly, and he's now only collecting on 1 supply. This one is basically mined out. $675 left. He's still not killed this worker. He keeps killing the tunnel, but then leaving the worker, and that keeps slowing him down. But Taz is still on that oil in the bottom right hand side, and he's still collecting on 3 supplies, actually, surprisingly. Firefly is just continuing to push forward. This tech building is still alive, and you can see these units are re-healing all the time, which makes all of these battles an uphill battle. You can't just mindlessly spam scorps. You've got to actually think about what you're doing as well. Supply is going to go down for Taz there. Just going to set Taz back a bit, but he is back in Firefly's base. Taz's supply and barracks going to be picked off again. There is a hijacker out there, which is going to thin this army out for Firefly again. This worker is going to continue to just run around and build tunnels, I would imagine. Only 3 workers now, and he's only got 6,000 left, so every one of these units that dies now is going to be having a meaningful impact on the rest of the game. Because very soon he's not going to have enough Scorps to try and break through a full palace. Which, by the way, is something that Taz is missing, is the fortified structure upgrade. Because it may well be that it comes down to this palace is going to keep him in the game, but it's that oil down the bottom right hand side. Hijacker is going to get inside one of these Scorps, probably, unless they move all the way over here, then it might get run over. Might be pretty lucky for Firefly there. Has run over the Hijackers, that's really, really lucky, and that might be a game-changing moment, because that was one of the strongest Scorps there. And it would have probably killed maybe one, or at least damaged another Scorp. Buggy is going off. Going to be killed. And I think Taz throws in the towel. GG. So the mindless Scorp spam does win it. I'm just a bit disappointed about Firefly and some of the things he didn't do there. Like, didn't kill the refinery in the middle. Sorry, the repair building. The repair bay, rather. And didn't kill the bottom right oil, and left the top left oil alive for a hell of a long time. I thought I would have bet big money that Taz had that game, but Firefly did pull through in the end. But I think he really, really struggled when he don't think he needed to struggle that much. But either way, what am I to say when actually Firefly got the win? That's all that matters. So he's now he's only 3-2 down against Taz Many, which is by no means an easy player. He's a hard player to beat. So. Supplies collected, almost even actually, just a little, about 4k more for Firefly. And Taz had destroyed a lot more units. Interesting that Firefly only collected 4k more, despite him at one point having like 4 or 5 supplies, and Taz being on like just 1 or 2 at points. It just shows them oils make a massive difference. So, okay, so we're going to resume the tournament. 3-2 for Taz Many so far. He only needs 1 more to win. Firefly needs to win the next 2 in a row, and the next 2 in a row are going to be tank and laser. So let's see what Firefly has up his sleeve for this matchup. He is the weaker army, but this map probably, you could say, favors tank. Maybe he's going to spam gats around the corners of the map. Trying to get him tucked down the back of the USA, cause some economic damage, and then maybe when he goes USA, maybe he's going to do a no eco. Maybe, I don't know. Don't know how good a no eco will work against Taz on this map, but let's see what's going to happen. So Firefly doing 2 supplies, pretty standard. Curious also going for 2 supplies, also pretty standard. To be honest, Lost Hero, I think that tank actually isn't so bad on this matchup. I think because you can just get the Gats to walk all the way around the back, kind of tuck themselves there, it's really hard for USA. So I don't think this is... I don't think laser is as powerful as it looks in this matchup, but Taz is going to throw a spanner in the works potentially for Firefly. Is going to be a turret dropped off, and he's going to need... a troop crawler, and maybe even he's going to need a troop crawler and 1 other unit at least to try and take this out. Let's see what he's going to build to try and take it out. It's going to be a GAT as the first unit for him. He might just actually abandon that supply, move those trucks, and try and build over here instead. That might be another better idea, because you're trying to engage this with the troop crawler, and actually that laser turret with the dozer can actually hold its own against the troop crawler. It's actually quite hard to defeat. Power has actually gone down, and that's because he's built that tank there. If he hadn't built that tank, then it wouldn't be so. He wouldn't be low power right now. But that tank requires, I don't know, does it require 3 power or 1 power? I'm not sure. But without that tank, it's all right. But the power upgrade has now been completed. Barracks is going to get placed down. Curious is on $500. But 2 laser tanks are now out, but these Gats can just kind of walk around the back and tuck themselves in the back and do economic damage. But this dozer is here now. Drone is going to be picked off. Actually, that's quite fortunate for Firefly. And the dozer is going to go down. Supply is being rebuilt on this left side by Firefly. The GAT is going to tuck itself around the back, and another GAT out the side of the front. That GAT is going to go down, unfortunate for Firefly. This GAT here could just engage the V. But these Chinooks are already taking damage, which is exactly what Firefly wants. That GAT there should be able to take out that V. I will take out the missile defender first, though. Needs to be paying 100% attention, because this means everything these kind of battles here now. That V is going to run away, and the laser tank is going to be left to chase it. But the laser tank is slower. We've got more units coming through the center for Firefly. I'm actually liking this from Firefly. He's actually doing pretty well. I think Taz is playing pretty well, and all things considered, I think Firefly is doing very well himself. Both of these Chinooks now are going to get low, which is actually still pretty good. He's not been mining on this supply for a little bit as well. And actually one Chinook is going to go down. Looking pretty good for Firefly, I would say, so far. Taz is looking a little bit shaken at the moment. Supply is now established on this left-hand side. And I don't know if that's bringing in more cash, because he's got 3 trucks there. But bringing the outpost in the mix to take out these tanks is a good idea. One tank going down, a V going down as well. Ooh. Almost going down. It survives on about 0 HP. The tank gunner is going to need to be evacuated. Otherwise it's going to bug out, I think. But another tank GAT coming in. The laser tank is taking a hell of a lot of damage. That V only needs a little poke and it's going down. I would just target that and finish it off, rather than targeting the laser tank. But the GAT is coming down through the middle now. More and more tanks and... Gatling tanks and outposts are coming in. And this is... the defense is holding up for Taz, but it's a little bit sloppy. He's taking quite a bit of an economic damage. All the Chinooks are low for him at the moment, so his economy is going to be really, really slow. Meanwhile, Firefly is just continuing this spam. He could even go back and build a third supply back in his base where his second one was destroyed. Gatling cannon is going to tuck itself around the back again, and those Chinooks are probably going to go down. But I don't think Taz can win this now. He's just taking too much damage, and the spam is just relentless for him at the moment. Really nice TNT there on the tank, on the laser tank. That laser tank is 100% going down. It can't survive that with 2 TNTs on it. And more GATs are coming through now, and Taz's defense, although it was pretty solid, and I liked the kind of laser turret drop off at the beginning, but he's just taking way too much damage now. All of these Vs are taking heavy damage. All the Vs are going to go down. Missile defenders are all taking severe damage as well. Actually saying that, bit of bad target in there from Firefly. It's going to buy Taz precious seconds. Another supply being built now for Firefly. Firefly's aggression in all the games is just completely relentless, which I kind of like. It looks like things are being put inside of the Chinooks. 2 Chinooks going down, and now there's no way that Taz can win. It's absolutely GG. Well played by Firelord. Sorry, what am I know about Firelord? Firefly, rather. Yeah, as Exile said, he doesn't need... Yeah, I feel his pain if it is lagging. I don't know who's the lagger though. Is it Firefly? Is the lagger?
You have been defeated.
I don't know. Did their first game lag without me? Nah, Taz doesn't normally lag, actually. I think it's Firefly. Yo, Xantha Gaming, by the way. I missed your message there. How are you doing? I reckon Firefly's thought about this and prepared for it, so I reckon it's going to be something thought out. I think it's going to be no eco, but I mean, we'll see. I don't know who Firefly is, by the way. Well, Fargo thinks Taz is going to lose. I personally think that Taz is going to win. I think it's going to be similar to the first game. I think Firefly is thinking about his games a lot, the way he keeps asking to wait. Oh yeah, sorry guys, I need to change the score. It's 3-3. Next game wins. Laser against Tank, Firefly against Curious on Homeland Rocks. So Taz was up 3-1. Let's see if he's going to be able to yeah, close it out after he was 3-1 up. He's now 3-3, so he's lost the last 2 in a row. Actually, did he lose the last 3 in a row? No, he didn't lose the last 3 in a row. The last 2 in a row he's lost. Fake black markets, why are they good? The reason fake black markets are good is because a fake costs you 650-ish or 625. So you can begin the construction of the black market for only that much, and then you can upgrade it when you've got the rest of the cash. If you start producing it when it from the very beginning as a real one, it costs 2,500 and you are out of pocket for 2,500 for that whole time while it is building. So it gives you that extra 1,850 in your bank until you're ready to upgrade it. You've got that money to play with. So if you want to build a unit or you want to cancel a unit or whatever you want to do, you've got it. Anyway, back to the game. We've got Homeland Rocks, Curious in the north with the green tank general, and in the south we've got Firefly with Laser, an exact repeat matchup of the last one, but a reverse. I think it's going to be a no eco, and I think he's done the barracks over here to try and fool Taz into thinking there's a supply there in case he does a waypoint scout. He is doing a supply in the middle right hand side, and a drone. Oh yeah, drone has been placed right there, so he knows exactly what's coming. And to be honest, I think this is a bad move by Taz, because now this war factory is going to be by itself. And as soon as these 2 Vs are ready with the ambulance, they're going to be able to charge down that war factory and kill it. Ah man, he's done 3 supplies. I really think he can't win. I think Taz has lost just to build all the loss. Unless this second war factory gets up quick before this war factory goes down, it's all going to come down to that. I don't really like the Chinook. I don't think the Chinook needs to get involved. I think he's going to drop off some missile defenders and try and go inside of there, but he's just going to produce a flamer first then. He's going to drop off 3 missile defenders in front, so now the only thing that can be built from there now is a troop crawler. Otherwise, a GAT is going to go down, maybe pick off 1 missile defender. These are coming now as well. These Chinooks need to be collecting from the alternate supplies so we can collect a little bit quicker. That might make all the difference. Second war factory is now up, but no units have been produced by Taz just yet. He needs to put one missile defender in there, but actually Taz's war factory is going to go down before any units get out. That is absolutely horrific news for Taz, and just based on that now, he's in a real bad situation. Second war factory going down really, really quick. But these Vs need to move out now and get maximum damage off. This is a very high pressure, intense game. Maybe kill the trucks and then move out, or maybe you want to completely finish the supply and move out, but either way these war factories need to be closed down. Supply is going to be targeted, and I think that's going to give the units some veterancy. Behind us an ambulance has been produced and three missile defenders. They're going to hopefully be picking off this Gatling over here. But I think this no eco needs to be pressuring the main base. It doesn't need to be going back. These things here can laser lock this. So laser lock is on point. Firefly is fully aware there could be a Gat coming, and Gat is taken out. Everything has gone Firefly's way so far. Troop crawler has been popped open, and the red guard inside are going to be going down. There's only 3 Gats out now, and the Vs have got a little bit too close to the Gat. Ambulance taking quite a bit of damage there. It's on about 60% of his HP, but the power is going to be going down, and Taz is really in a lot of trouble at the moment. Power needs to be finished off before these red guard and the Gats are awfully close to the power though. One Gat does get picked off. Ambulance is pretty low, but more and more Gats are getting picked off because the power has gone down now as well. His Gats are going to be producing at a very slow rate. Ambulance just not going down, and I think Taz is going to be going out of this tournament. To be honest, I don't know about this lag, because actually I think the lag actually favors tank in this matchup. It does throw you off though. If the opponent is used to the lag and you're not, then it's not very fair. But these Vs are actually causing massive havoc. Power has been rebuilt in Taz's base. War factory is going to be going down. That's going to vet up some of the units inside. Another Gat is going down. I think this is just bad micro from Taz, to be honest, with the Gats. Like, charging one at a time with the Gats is not the best idea at all. Taz has stabilized a little bit, but more and more units are funneling through. A laser tank has been dropped off with a Chinook, and this aggression from Firefly, it's just been relentless. Every single game, the aggression has just been continued. Just continued aggression every single time. Tank Hunter is going to be picked off. That's an expensive loss for tank, because they cost like 385, I think. Gas are getting a little bit dangerously close to these Vs, and actually one V is going to get picked off. That might be a game-changing moment, because those Vs are extremely important, and this V is actually getting very close as well. Needs to run away very quick, and needs to either... I'll just laser lock that. I would just laser lock it and move the V out of the way. The Gat is going to go down. A little bit bad micro there again. But in the meantime, Taz is only on 1 supply. Another second war factory has been produced, and an outpost is going to chase away this laser tank. I don't think it's unfortunately not going to be able to stop the supply there. The units have gone back inside of the V. Still collecting with 2 Chinooks. I'd like to see him collecting from alternate piles though. I don't know if he's doing that just now. Not sure he is or not. But a V is going to take out another tank hunter. He is collecting from alternate piles now. I know it seems like a little trivial thing, but you can collect a little bit faster, because you see that one's already collected now rather than queuing up. Another tank hunter is going to go down, but this V is going to get extremely low. No laser lock. That's really disappointing from Firefly, because it's all been perfect up until just recently. He's lost quite a few Vs, and no laser lock then right now. So that was pretty bad. But Taz has now managed to stabilize, and I don't think... I don't know if Firefly's going to have an easy time against this, because I mean, these Vs have got to be pretty empty. If they're all full, that's going to be a game-changing thing. But if they're not that full, Gat is going to manage to get around the back of Firefly. Dozer is still chilling out over here. Got 3 Gats coming out now. Got another 2 Gats there and another Gat on the right hand side. Maybe the tow missile upgrade would be a good option right now. Maybe a laser tank back in the base. Laser tank is going to help him defend, but this guy is going to tuck all the way around the back and cause some economic damage. For Firefly, he's not going to be able to collect actually for a while. But it depends how full these Vs are and how good the micro is. That's all it depends on. They're going to run into an outpost and actually cause a little bit of damage by the GATs there, but a GAT is going to get around the back, and this might actually distract him enough to lose a V, and actually one V has gone down there. So Firefly's perfect start has suddenly turned into not the greatest of games. Chinook is going to go down. Laser tank is going to try and pick off the GAT there. But these Vs now are surrounded, and that V is 100% going down. All of these Vs are looking like they're going to go down. Actually, yeah, 100%. Caught way out of position, just not paying attention. I think he's distracted over here, and now he's lost all of them Vs. If you're doing a no eco, they need 100% attention. That's GG now for Firefly. Taz is going to take it 4-3. Well played to Taz. They seem to be blaming the lag and whatever, but I think that at that moment right then it was just not paying attention to the Vs. GG, well played to Taz Many. So I'm going to update the score. Yeah, 4-3 to Taz. If you want to hang around, I probably will play a couple of games. Yeah, if you're going to do a no eco, you need to be, you don't need to be hanging around. I feel like you could have gone to the base a little bit quicker, could have closed down the war factories a little bit quicker. I would have even personally left that supply in the middle and I would have gone straight to the war factories. It's the units you want to kill. Screw the money. You want to be killing the power and the war factories. That's what you want to be killing. And I think because of those slight errors in a no eco, a tiny error can mean everything. So yeah, I think that's why potentially why he lost.